Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
2nd down, back to Sanders. They find some open field here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 34. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Tried for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's intercepted in the end zone. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 3rd and 2, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
On the go. Viking 18.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st down, Hurts. That'll be complete to Sermon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The trick play works. He's got the first. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott on for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Back to throw again. This is Shepard on the catch. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, Slayton. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
And he'll just get rid of it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got Smith here. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Come on. Hit. Stop low, 18. 60 yards. Hey, smash Broncos.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st. Throwing Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Past the 20. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Another try for Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Looking to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
18, right here. Hurt.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Throwing is Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them. Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now Jones on third down. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Eluding the pressure right. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Barkley inside handoff to the 27-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Jones keeping it on the sneak. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Here's a sneak with Jones. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to 28-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Marcus Johnson from 17 yards out. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradberry. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Philadelphia, they do finish things out with a victory here in Week 18, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year at 5-12. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.
She-Rag got me.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they pour